Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Ford Capri extended range all-wheel drive top trim version in a beautiful yellow color, lemon-like color. And I will show you this vehicle from outside, but I just gave it a little bit of polish or cleaning just before this interior review. And I can tell you that this vehicle is very easy to clean because it has this sloping style roof, very rounded angles. And I love how this vehicle looks. It's just beautiful. And this color makes an impression on the street or driving around the town. So maybe a brief look. You have the real ventilation for the aerodynamic purpose. You have matrix LED lights in the higher trim version.
Little tip about the lights, because a lot of people ask this on forums. If your Capri has matrix LED headlights and automatic high beam, make sure you go into the lighting menu on the screen and switch auto high beam on and set the rotary light switch to auto. Then the car will automatically turn high beam on and off, and with glare-free high beam, it can keep most of the road fully lit, while cutting out a small window around other cars so you don't dazzle them. If you notice the system not working properly, first check that the windscreen in front of the camera is clean and that you're above about 40 kilometers an hour or 25 miles an hour on a dark road with no street lights.
You have front camera, bags are not included, but beside that you have also Capri name at the front, and you have very beautiful rims. These are 235/45 R21 inch. The brand of the tires is Continental, and these are actually not hubcaps. These are aluminum machined rims, which are very, very nice looking and give you also some extra range with this shape. So I think Ford did amazing job with designing of this vehicle. I like it very much. And let's have a look to the back. Yes, maybe I should start from introducing you this key fob. It's very good. We still have a real buttons. Yeah, these are actually physical buttons, which is good. And these lights are also beautiful. I like it. We have also camera underneath the lift gate. This model is equipped with kick opening. Yes, here we are.
One practical trick with the hands-free power tailgate that not everyone knows. If you park in a low garage or have a low ceiling, you can teach the Capri how high it should open. Open the tailgate, stop it at the height you want, then press and hold the button on the tailgate until you hear a confirmation chime. From now on, the power tailgate will always stop at that height, so you don't risk hitting the roof every time you open the trunk. And if you wash the car with a pressure washer, it's a good idea to temporarily switch the hands-free tailgate off in the vehicle settings so it doesn't accidentally open while you are cleaning the rear bumper.
Trunk is very boxy shape, which is very practical, and in addition has a hook, 12-volt socket, light or lamp. The other side, it's another lamp. And it's amazing, we have a light from both sides, not just one. So this is super helpful. And the tow hitch, we can try how this works. So it's semi-automatic tow hitch. Now it's mounted, you possibly heard it. When I want to release it, I just hold this button. It's flickering now, which means it's in loose mode, it's not mounted. Now when you lift it up, you will hear a clicking noise, quite significant, so then you know it's mounted. And also the LED light is not flickering any longer. And you have this belt here to secure your items you might want to carry on in this trunk. And you have amazingly practical basket. Yeah, it's actually rubberized. It's very practical basket, which is a very good idea. I like Ford for doing those practical things. And you can lower this floor, and underneath you have some storage. Let me just put it aside, because still underneath this floor you have some compartment, but as you see, these are here for small items. So I'm not sure if you want to keep something there, but you can lower the floor and then you have a huge trunk. In addition, you can put this separator and mount floor like that. Then you can easily put in and out groceries or your items. Otherwise, you have very good flat floor in the trunk and all the way to the front. I can maybe show you. You have this indicator that seat is lowered, and this is beautiful flat floor. Very well done, Ford. Okay, this cover is quite flimsy in a shape and touch, but generally speaking is very well secured, so it's not a problem. And it's actually very good and practical, again practical thing, because you don't have to worry about this one. It's going to be here and you don't have to lift it up or remove it. And you can either close the lift gate using this button, that button next to the camera, or just use your foot. Yes, maybe a bit too much noise. This is the flap for the charging port, and this is Type 2 and CCS. Very nice.
Quick but important charging tip. For daily use, set a charge limit of around 80 to 90% in the car or in the Ford app. Keeping the battery below 100% for everyday driving helps long-term health and still gives you plenty of range. When you go on a road trip and need maximum distance, temporarily slide the limit up to 100% for that session, then go back to your usual 80 or 90 afterwards.
And let's have a look to the back of the vehicle. The doors are opening semi-wide. It's not super wide like in other vehicles, but it's also not tight. Let's put the seat back and we will check door closing sound. Very nice and solid. Inside we have a handle, and the handle is for all users of the car. This is mounting point for net to secure the cargo if you use the second row seat, which is very nice to have, and LED lights both sides. I don't know how well you can see it, but the panoramic roof is excellent. And me sitting here in the back, I'm 1.85 meters tall, and I'm just touching the roof because the glass roof is ending exactly here. So maybe you can see it's going quite quickly down. Nevertheless, I think I can find quite okay position here. If I don't rest my head on the headrest, then I have like 3 fingers of space, which is nice. Okay, and then maybe very small complaint about this headrest for the front passenger and the driver. These headrests are, in my eyes, too big, and they're blocking quite a lot of view. For kids which have a car sickness, maybe it is not the best idea. I'm just guessing, I don't know that. But, you know, beside that, you have beautiful windows, even a small quarter window at the back, and huge panoramic glass roof, which is beautiful. And from the practical point of view, this is very nice and soft material, and you have also a pocket here for your documentation, iPad, phone maybe. And yeah, this is hard plastic. Actually, same here. This is speaker, place for a small bottle, and the pocket for other items. All of this is hard plastic, you can hear it. Here is fabric. The armrest is very firm and is made from possibly some kind of rubber. And the door handles feels plastic. This is also hard plastic and 2 USB Type-C ports. And thankfully you have ventilation, so passengers at the back, they will be very happy. And the floor is all the way flat, so you can rest your foot here, or you can have a lot of space.
For anyone using the Capri as a family car, a few small details make life easier. The panoramic roof and the extra quarter windows keep the back light and airy, which can help if someone gets carsick. My only tip is to check headroom for very tall teenagers, because the sloping roof and glass panel make it a little tighter than in a boxy SUV. And with the ski hatch, you can carry long items while still keeping 2 people seated comfortably on the sides.
You have ISOFIXes here, and this covers goes down, and it's also very nice. This is solved this way because if they would be detachable, you could lose them. I love the stitching here, which is designed in the diamond shape, and the seats are profiled. They are very soft, very nice in touch, and very comfortable. So big applause to Ford for doing such a beautiful seats. And I like the stitching and design of the headrest. These are excellent looking. And you have armrest with 2 cup holders, unfortunately not adaptive but rubberized, so then there will be not scratchy sounds. And the cushion here is very soft, super soft, which is big plus. And then you have load through for the skis or other long items. And this is how you secure it. I doubt adults will be sitting in the middle. Beside that, I think it's a very nice place to be. Also, as a driver, I have experienced beautiful sound quality in this vehicle, even from DAB radio stations, which is nice. So I think passengers in the back, they will be happy with everything. I still have 3 fingers of space and quite some space for my feet. Maybe it's very small comment is that the seat is very low, so then the angle for my legs is quite high. You have so much space here, right? But if you are shorter, you will possibly not care much about that. But overall, it's quite okay. And coming back to the sound system, this is Bang & Olufsen sound system, which is very good and nice. There is no LED light here, so maybe this is one thing for improvement in the future on next generations. Other than that, I think this is really well composed interior. Let's check the front doors. They are opening very wide, so very easy to enter and exit the car. And the door closing sound, very solid. Maybe before I go inside, I will show you this seat. It is electrically regulated. You can have the back of the seat control, seat itself, the position of the seat, front, you can move it back. You can regulate the angle of the bottom of the seat, and you have 4 directions lumbar support adjustment, and also you have a massage feature. The massage function is not so sophisticated, just the air pillows or airbags are pulsating behind your back, so you just barely feel any touch. But I guess it's better than nothing. Yeah, maybe you're going to like it. I don't know. Best is to try. If you like this video so far, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more car review content. So inside we have 2 USB Type-C ports hidden far back there. And then when you hold this button, this electronically release screen. When I release this button, then the screen will be locked in position. Then you can't move it. I found this position being the best.
Here's a neat everyday trick. Behind the 14.6-inch screen, there's Ford's My Private Locker. Slide the display up and you get a lockable compartment for a wallet, spare key, or a small camera. Close the screen and it just looks like a normal dash. When you lock the car, the locker locks with it, so a smashed side window won't give access. It's the safest place for valuables at the beach, the gym, or a shopping center.
I push the brake and the car is on, so now I can change gears in this lever and push a parking. I love the design of these buttons, color of the light behind it. You are getting some haptic feedback when you push the button, and you can control many functions just touching it slightly. So these are for cruise control, activation, sound control. This is sound control again, heating of the steering wheel, and some menu options. Screen is portrait mode. It's 14.6 inch. The armrest is fairly soft, has some cushion to it. You can open it. You have small parcel shelf, quite solid actually, and quite deep pocket, which you can use for your other items. 2 cup holders, adaptive, very nice, and 2 places for phones. However, only the right one has a wireless charger, and I'm not sure why this is not a driver side wireless charger, or both, because mostly you're using this car, so I assume you would like to have your phone a bit closer maybe. And if you have a passenger, then you might either argue for who is charging, or you can collide. No, you don't have to collide, but you know, I assume you would like to keep your phone on your side and passenger on his/her side, I guess. You have a touch capacitive buttons to activate camera here when the car is on, like that. Camera is sharp, but I think has low resolution. It's usable, has good frames overall, but I think Ford needs to work on resolution. You can activate automatic parking, which is nice in this price range, and you have few other touch capacity buttons here. But going to the options in the menu system on the central console, I have another video, so I will not deep dive for this one. Big thanks to Ford and Moss for lending me this vehicle. Thanks to them I could perform a real world test and share the experience and results with you guys. Side bolsters are sufficient, stitching is beautiful, seats are very comfortable. I can find really comfortable position behind the steering wheel. The steering wheel adjustment is manual. I love this gear lever, it's very user-friendly. We have soundbar here. This is known from, for example, Volvo EX30, but in addition we have speakers in the doors, which Volvo EX30 does not have. Maybe I'm not super keen on this touch capacity button for sound control, and the same touch capacity button is here. Both of them give you a haptic feedback. They're working well, but for me it's hard to understand from which volume I'm starting or what is happening with the sound and how much I need to change it to get what I want. It is also a little bit of delay when you're adjusting the sound level. Let's have a look to this dashboard. This is rubberized. This is actually not a carbon fiber, this is a fabric. What is very nice, we have manual adjustment to the ventilation, and glove box is decent size with manual handle for opening, which is not the case these days. Unfortunately, passenger seat is regulated manually, and there is a little bit of cushion to the armrest on the central console. I think it can be more stiff maybe because it has some loose to it. Steering wheel, it's my favorite shape because it's flattened on the top and on the bottom, and it's actually modern shape, and we have fully digital driver display and controls for the windshield wipers and lights on the left side. Then we can try to clean the window. Yes, it's working perfectly fine. This is rubberized material, so much better than at the back. This is also kind of rubberized material with some cushion. Door handles are made from plastic. We can open tailgate with this button, and this is a bit firm but rubberized, and all the way down below is just scratchy plastic. You can hear it, the rubberize. And here hard molded plastic, rubberized and hard plastic. And you have pocket for bottles here, which is nice. You have beautiful head-up display, good quality, very sharp. This is very nice screen. I like the graphic, I like everything about it. Maybe I'm not very keen on the graphic on the central console. I think it might be a little bit outdated maybe, or old-fashioned, but overall works well. The steering wheel is very comfy, it's not fat and it's not thin. I would say it's nearly perfect. Maybe I would prefer to see the real buttons here instead of this one, but at least I really like the lighting. It's like lazur or blue-ish. And these are controls for the mirrors. Oh, I have to rotate it and then it light up. I folded the mirror if I go left. Okay, so I think now I can regulate the position, yes. It's actually working well. If I go to the far right side, I see this heating for the mirrors. And I think this is better because not always you want to preheat the back window. You just want to preheat the mirrors in the window. And then to activate opening for the rear windows, you have to click this button, and then we can check if this is going all the way down. No, not really. But I think this is more or less fine and sufficient. If I want to operate the windows at the front, I just push again this rear button. It is not illuminated any longer. Many of the reviewers complain about it, but for me it's not really big deal. I mean, how often do you open and close rear windows? It can be helpful to have 2 additional buttons, but I don't know if it's a big deal. Is it a big deal for you? And you have touch capacity buttons here. For me, I don't use them often, or maybe at all, so you can activate different features. I have to make some summary. Overall impression. I like it here. It is modern. I like this contrast with a cream-ish light color and a dark black interior. It's beautiful. This carbon fiber style fabric is also very nice. I like it. It gives some taste to the interior. The rubberized material does not really bother me much. What bothers me is the touch capacity buttons everywhere. I would like to see rotary knobs for controlling of the sound level, and I would like to see some LED lights inside the vehicle, like on the door panels and on the dash, and especially on the back, to give some impression of a bigger cabin maybe. And this stitching is lovely. It gives a class to this vehicle. Overall, it's very comfy for me. In other video, I will share also the driving experience. But thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more cars content. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video and have a great day, my friend.